Yes. Breaking news, everybody. Breaking news. The price of Ethereum is the lowest that we have ever seen it since 2017. I repeat, the price of Ethereum is the lowest it has ever been all year. Now, yes, the entire market is down right now. In fact, just yesterday, in less than 24 hours, over $35 billion left the market. Pretty significant correction. And yes, we see that right here. Bitcoin down 12%. The rest of these altcoins down, tanking harder. So the entire cryptocurrency market right now is pretty much in a sea of red. Yet, out of the top 10, top 15 coins, there's something significant. There's something different about Ethereum. Ethereum is turning out to be one of the biggest losers of 2018. And guys, that's not me being mean to Ethereum. I'm not selling my positions off in Ethereum. Of course, you guys make your own decisions. But just based on numbers, Ethereum is one of the coins that have tanked the hardest. So I want to talk about it. By the end of this video, I want to find out why the Ethereum price is tanking, talk about all 4 reasons, sort of put it in perspective. But just like every day, first, we're going to go over some of the most significant headlines making news in cryptocurrency today, and of course, go over Bitcoin and the crypto market. So welcome back, everybody, to Altcoin Daily, where you subscribe for a video on crypto every single day. My name's Austin. Great to have you guys checking in today. And if you're new here, don't forget to click that subscribe button. You do not want to miss our daily videos. All right, we will get to those 4 reasons soon. But first, let's just go over the market. Where do we stand right now? Well, like I said, over $35 billion left the market yesterday. So just yesterday, we were at $238 billion, and now we're 203. Pretty significant loss. And actually, you know what? This is interesting. I didn't realize this. It was actually about 2 weeks ago. We were just at 1,900 cryptocurrencies, or maybe it was 1,910 or something like that. Right now, we're at 1,916 cryptocurrencies. Sort of interesting to think about. All year, this is Bitcoin of the last year, we've been in the most bearish market we've ever seen, but the number of cryptocurrencies out there are slowly gaining. So just think about in 5-10 years, there will be tens of thousands, maybe millions of cryptocurrencies. Very interesting to think about, but right now, Bitcoin is still the dominant one. In fact, the Bitcoin dominance has raised to the most significant number it's been in all of 2017. Yesterday it was 53, now it's 54.8% of the market, and right now Bitcoin sits at 6,400. And in fact, Bitcoin's down almost $1,000. It was just yesterday that Bitcoin was at 7,300. Now we're down to 6,400. And let me ask you guys something. When was the last time we saw Bitcoin at this price point? Well, let's zoom in actually to Bitcoin over the last 4 weeks. This was yesterday's massive dip. We went from 7,300 to 6,400. And the last time we saw Bitcoin at this price point was, actually not that long ago, August 22nd. So about 2 weeks ago, roughly, not that long ago. Of course, at that time, we were seeing over the last 3 weeks, actually, we were seeing some very slow and we thought sustainable healthy growth. And of course, corrections happen as part of the cycle. But I think we're all feeling very bullish because in a year that has been so bearish, this was the all-time highs we saw back in January. We've had massive corrections, a dip up to 10,000, massive corrections, and then a dip. We dipped back up to 9,000, and then dipped back up to 8,000. And of course, we thought we were seeing that slow, healthy growth in the last 3 weeks. And while corrections happen all the time, guys, in my personal opinion, just like we said yesterday in the video, we're not looking for no corrections. We're looking for higher lows and higher highs than we saw yesterday. So, of course, our lowest low was 5,900. Hopefully, we can sustain a support level above 5,900 and keep this positive, healthy momentum going. Of course, let me know what you guys think in the comments about the number of cryptocurrencies or Bitcoin dominance. And two more things before we get to why the Ethereum price is tanking. Actually, three more things. Of course, these two articles. But did you guys notice this yesterday? Some people did. There was an unusual market behavior happening before crypto's big dip, and an AI tracker picked it up. Well, if you guys don't know, a lot of people attribute this massive dip to Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs, I guess, was, I think they announced late last year, or maybe it was early this year, that they were, many months ago, they announced that they were opening up their trading desk and thinking about adding cryptocurrencies. Of course, Goldman Sachs is one of the biggest players in the financial game. This would be huge for cryptocurrency. Well, just yesterday, they announced that they were just kind of postponing and putting on the back end, sidelining their plans. Not doing it, just focusing on other things for now. Because, Bitcoin is not as popular and still very volatile. Either way, a lot of people attribute this massive dip to that. I'm not too sure about that. I don't even know if this report was confirmed, and I see no reason why $35 billion would leave because they were just sidelining something. I just think it's pure market whale manipulation. But either way, this AI noticed some interesting behavior before this big dip. And the other day, market analysts saw someone take a 10,000 Bitcoin short position while the overall market sentiment had been positive. So a few days ago, not yesterday, but a few days ago, while the market was on the up and up, there was a positive sentiment, somebody took a position out on 10,000 BTC, which is worth $74 million to short Bitcoin, betting against Bitcoin that Bitcoin would plummet, like we saw that it did. And top analysts have been questioning why somebody would take a $74 million short position so quickly in that positive sentiment environment. It didn't make sense, unless he knew something that he didn't. So insider trading, they're saying. And only a few days after that guy shorted the market, we heard this bearish news about Goldman Sachs, and of course the market dumped, confirming his short. So it's either because it was insider trading, or another speculation says that others speculate that it could have been somebody at Goldman Sachs themselves who took out a 74 million short position, waited 2 days, and then announced that they were pulling crypto. So this is if this did happen, it was 100% market manipulation. And I just wanted to bring this up, guys, because a lot of you guys ask me in the comments, why do we need regulation? Why is that a good thing? The SEC or government regulating cryptocurrency. And for me, it's just, it's gonna happen, whether we like it or not. And, it's gonna lead to mass adoption. And one of the reasons that we don't see mass adoption today is because this can happen. In the stock market, if something like this happened, they would be prosecuted. It would be illegal to manipulate the market like this. But in such a new industry and market, it's a wild, wild west out here, and people can get away with it. So to me, that's why we need this regulation. Wanted to bring that up to you guys. Let's talk about Ethereum. Ethereum falls to the freshest lows of 2018. And it's not the only one. One other cryptocurrency in the top 10 also matched Ethereum's low, in a sense. 2 of the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap are now trading at their lowest level in a year. Ethereum, the world's second largest cryptocurrency by market cap, fell to its lowest price since 2017 on Wednesday. And then also Cardano, the world's 9th largest cryptocurrency by market cap, fell to a price that we have not seen since 2017. And we'll go over Ethereum more in the end, why Ethereum may be shorting out so bad. But Ethereum dipped so low, $228. It's as if you would have got into Ethereum way back in, could have been September 13th. That's how long ago. It's as if this bull run never happened. While other altcoins in the top 10 have at least maintained some of their gains, Ethereum doesn't seem to be maintaining any. And if we want to get more specific, Ether has now effectively erased most of its gains seen in last year's bull run, and it's down 84% from its all-time highs of 1,300. And exactly 1 year ago today, it was at 337. Now it's at 229, as if the bull run never happened. And Cardano is no different. It's down 20%, 19% in 24-hour period, and it's trading at 8 cents. Now we're going to get more in-depth into Ethereum at the end of this video, but just looking at Cardano, 8 cents right now is as if you would have got into Cardano, wow, somewhere around November of last year. So again, before the bull run. In a sense, it's like the bull run never happened to Cardano. Now let me ask you guys something. Does Cardano a dead horse? Should we be shooting it? I'm still very bullish on Cardano. And in fact, Cardano is one of the 6 altcoins that Coinbase said that they might add to their platform, just showing that Coinbase is also bullish on the technology of Cardano as well. So the reason it's down could be a lot of reasons, but I think one of the big reasons, just comparing it to the top 10, is Cardano is, where are we? Cardano is so much earlier in its process compared to the other top 10 coins like EOS or Stellar or XRP. You know, they don't have their mainnet out yet. And I think, at least for the foreseeable next few months, they don't have any big things coming out either. So obviously they're a product of that bear market. You know, I'm not selling my positions. In fact, you know, some would say this is a great opportunity to take out more positions. But I want to share with you guys at the end of this video why I will not be investing in Ethereum anytime soon, even though I am not selling my positions. But we'll talk about it. 2 more articles, then we'll get to it. The Twitter CEO tells Congress it's exploring blockchain to help fight scams. Wow, a bit of a green flag. If Twitter were to adopt blockchain, the name brand of Twitter, that would be huge for the market. Let's talk about it. And when they say to help fight scams, you know, if you go on Twitter, especially crypto Twitter, there's bots out there and people faking, like you're me, like you're some other influencers out there, saying that, you know, they're giving away Ethereum. Tons of scams out there. Stay vigilant. But blockchain Twitter CEO says blockchain could be that solution. Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey told a congressional committee yesterday, that the social media company is exploring blockchain for a solution to its platform. Dorsey was responding to a question during a House Committee on Energy and Commerce hearing that focused on user privacy protections, misinformation, content moderation, and alleged bias against political conservatives on Twitter. So any form of misinformation or privacy issue. They're looking for solutions. And in a direct quote from Dorsey, he says, first and foremost, we need to start with the problems that we're trying to solve. And the problems we're trying to solve for our customers, and look at all of the available technology in order to understand if it could help us accelerate or make those outcomes much better. Blockchain is one that I think has a lot of untapped potential, specifically around distributed trust and distributed enforcement potentiality. So basically, because of the public distributed ledger of blockchain, which is why a lot of us believe in the technology behind cryptocurrency in general. It could lead to just having a more transparency and getting away from some of those scams on Twitter. Now, if Dorsey would adopt blockchain for Twitter, a next potential step could be Twitter getting its own crypto. I could see them using that to maybe tip, using it to maybe like a Brave or basic attention token platform or a Steemit type platform to tip, people that you like, tweets that you like. Maybe you get paid to watch ads. It could be used for anything. Nothing's for sure yet. We haven't gone as deep as we like to just yet in understanding how we might apply this technology to the problems they face on Twitter. But the people in the company are seriously considering it. Now, Dorsey, he has always been bullish on cryptocurrency in general, and he said earlier this year that he hopes that Bitcoin will become the web's native currency. So I can definitely see Twitter eventually adopting their own cryptocurrency of their own to use. I could definitely see that. And another green flag in the market. Of course, if you want to follow us on Twitter, it's Altcoin Daily IO. We drop some dope memes as well as other stuff that we're buying, cryptos that we're liking. Give us a follow. The link is in the description below. One more article before we discuss the Ethereum price, and that is the Brave browser. This will be a quick one. The Brave browser goes from 3 million to 4 million monthly active users in just 2 months. And the reasons for Brave's increase in popularity, we've talked on them, a little bit on this channel before. So if you want a deep dive, go check out one of our other videos. But basically, the Brave browser has a built-in ad blocker and tracker blocker, which if you use, companies like Google, Facebook, the big fat cats of the internet world, they will track you. They will steal your data and monetize off that. And Brave is attempting to be a solution, not only with a built-in ad blocker, but with integrating Tor and privacy features. Anyway, that's why people would like Brave. The main point of this article is their Brave browser goes up from 3 million to 4 million monthly active users. And basic attention token, currently ranked number 43, it's also a product of the bear market. They still retained some of their value since 2017. Right now, at 17 cents, it's pretty much as if you would have gotten in March. But one of the reasons that I'm bullish on basic attention token is for this reason right here, because not only do you have to have a good product, but you have to have people that use it. And while, a lot of these companies are, a lot of the good ones at least are, using 2018 to build up their technology, build up their user base, Brave is doing just that, and they are slowly, gaining more active users, which is one of the hardest things to do, when you're trying to get people to adopt your cryptocurrency. So just sort of a green flag out of Brave. Let me know if you guys use the browser. But last piece of info, why is the Ethereum price tanking? Here are 4 possible reasons. Number 1 is scalability issues. Some of this price decline, this one's not, we know about the scalability of issues of Ethereum. That's why cryptos like EOS or XRP or any of these were created. But some of this price decline may be because the platform that Ethereum has been promising since its launch is still so far away. So it was launched to be a solution to scalability of Bitcoin, and Ethereum's still not that scalable. And bogged down by its scaling issues and clearly struggling to keep up with the platforms that aren't hampered by legacy technology, there are cracks showing in Ethereum's armor. So essentially saying this is the number 4 reason, according to Christina Combem, and I'm going to put this link in the description below, but number 4 is scalability. That's why people are selling off. Me personally, I don't really buy this one that much because Ethereum is still the second most valuable cryptocurrency in the world, and while a lot of people are banking on the promise of the 3rd generation cryptos out there, I still think Vitalik Buterin is still one of the main players in the crypto world, and he's still working on solving the scalability issue. So this could be a reason, but that's number 4. Number 3, this one I do hold a lot of weight in: ICOs dumping large amounts of Ether. A cryptocurrency researcher at fintech company Cinnober, Eric Wall, who said that over the last 12 months, ICOs have raised hundreds of millions of dollars in Ether, that they then dumped it at the same time, causing a domino effect on the market. Now, the articles have been coming out on this. This could be a very viable reason that all the ICOs that were launched off of Ethereum, EOS was an ICO that was launched off of Ethereum. Of course, now they have their own blockchain. They're not on Ethereum's any longer, as opposed to Omise Go, which is still on Ethereum's blockchain. But these ICOs, these new cryptocurrencies, these ICOs and these new cryptocurrencies need some liquidity. They need money, and they see the price start to tank, and they're worried they will have no money to further their business. Some of them sell, and those others see that they're selling, and panic selling starts. This honestly could be one of the reasons that Ethereum is tanking harder than the other altcoins. Number 2 might be market pressure. Andy Bromberg, co-founder and president of the CoinList token sale platform, believes the drop is temporary. There's nothing fundamentally wrong with Ethereum or its technology, he says. It's just suffering from market pressures, so basically a product of the bear market. Ethereum's price volatility is a result of the market. The best token issuers are heads down, focusing on building their product and business and not looking up at the prices. So he's saying the smart people in the business, they're not focusing on the prices right now. They're just building the technology and waiting for the bear market to go over. I'll wait to comment on that before we just get to the last one. And the last one is shaking out the weak players. So he's saying there's a lot of weak hands that were holding Ethereum just because it was sort of the second most name brand cryptocurrency, and the weak hands are being shook. I definitely think that is a viable possibility, but going back to market pressures, I honestly feel that Ethereum is just... Let's go back to Ethereum. Ethereum, honestly, is a huge product of the bear market right now, and while we are seeing all-time lows, I kind of attribute it most to those ICOs, them needing liquidity. But, me personally, I'm not selling off any of my positions. While Ethereum might not be in the top 10 in the next, 5-10 years from now, I think it definitely will in the next 2 to 3 years, and I definitely see it reaching new all-time highs. That's just me. Let me know if you guys hold any weight in any of these reasons why Ethereum is tanking, or if you have any comments on anything we talked about today. All right, team. My name's Austin. This is Altcoin Daily. We'll see you tomorrow.